They say betrayal cuts deeper than any knife, and I felt every slice. My brother, my flesh and blood, stood in the shadows while I faced accusations that turned my life into a nightmare. The weight of despair twisted my insides as I sat in that cold courthouse, knowing I was innocent, yet drowning in evidence that screamed otherwise. Shuddering in fear, I uncovered his dark secret. He'd forged it all to shove me under the bus, all to save his own skin. Panic prickled my skin like needles. How could he do this? My heart raced, a drum in a silent room. I glanced at the judge, my pulse pounding in my ears. The air felt electric, thick with judgment. Murmurs swirled around me. The audience's whispers crawled under my skin. I could see it in their eyes: fear, disbelief, pity. I wanted to scream, to tell the truth. But standing exposed before the court, I felt stripped of my spirit. Each day crept closer to the trial. My heart tightened, like a vice digging into my chest. Could I expose him? My brother, who I'd trusted my whole life. Would unveiling his villainy shatter what little was left of our family? Sunshine streamed through the courtroom windows, but all I felt was ice. The gavel pronounced the beginning of my despair, a mic drop moment. I glanced at my brother. He wore that same fake grin, acting like everything was fine. I trembled, inching closer to a choice that could unravel us both. My mind raced. What if I lost it all? What if the truth destroyed not just me, but him too? As I stood before the jury, the moments stretched, time coiling tighter. I could almost hear the clock ticking down my fate. My voice quivered with the weight of my truth, but oh, how fragile that truth felt in my shaking hands. Would I risk everything to save my own life, or would I keep his secret and condemn myself to silence? Silence. The world held its breath, and then a sudden bang echoed. A door swung open. In walked a figure cloaked in shadows, his identity hidden behind a mask of fear. The gasps rippled through the room, and I felt every gaze turn, every heart pause. My stomach dropped. Who had come now? Had he? No, it couldn't be. The room seemed to tilt, and I teetered on the brink of an even darker truth. The air grew thick with anticipation, the courtroom crackling with tension. I could feel it. Something worse was yet to come. Before you go on, let me tell you something. A lot of people have been saying that YouTube, out of nowhere, unsubscribes them from the channel. Take a quick look to make sure the red button is on. That way you won't miss any of the videos still to come. And while you're at it, hit the like button, because it really helps me keep bringing you stories like this. Oh, and tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I'd love to know. My breath caught in my throat. The figure stepped closer, shadows peeling away, revealing my sister. My heart plummeted. No, how could this be? She'd been gone for years, swallowed by her own darkness. But then I saw it. The same twisted smile as my brother. A chill sliced through me. You're alive? My voice was barely a whisper. Panic struck. The truth I dreaded loomed over us. It had always been her, my sister, who orchestrated this nightmare, pulling strings from a distance. She leaned in, voice low, glint of triumph in her eyes. I did this for you, for us. Anger boiled over. You betrayed me. Betrayal is just a matter of perspective. The courtroom gasped, shock ricocheting through the air. I staggered back, a weight crushing my chest. My family, my trust, all shattered. My pulse thundered in my ears. What do you mean for us? You destroyed me. Not yet, she replied. and I felt the walls closing in. What had I missed? My mind reeled, every memory replaying like a horror film. The whispers, her absence, the lies, it was all a facade. I couldn't breathe, nausea rising in my throat. Her timing, her return, it felt premeditated, a calculated play that unspooled everything I'd known. The judge's gavel echoed, but it was lost in the cacophony of my racing thoughts. I stood paralyzed, betrayed by both siblings, left with a truth that could unravel everything. "Why are you doing this?" My voice broke, desperation creeping in. "Because you're stronger than you think, stronger than them." The jury's eyes darted between us, confusion and fear thick in the air. And then, silence. The weight of her words hung like a noose. I realized deep down that this was only the beginning. What would she do next? My heart pounded wildly. There was danger lurking, and I was trapped in a web of deceit, questioning everything. Would I survive this twisted family reunion? My sister's twisted smile pierced through the chaos. Then, with a flick of her wrist, she revealed a file. My heart seized. "This isn't just about you." The court fell into a hushed frenzy. I could barely breathe. The room swirled around me. My trusting gaze turned into ice. The evidence was in her hands, damning me further. I thought of my brother, my once loyal ally, and felt a pang of betrayal that sliced deeper than before. "What are you talking about?" My voice wavered, choking on panic. "Mom's accident." Her words hung heavy. "You don't remember? I know what you did." A fire ignited in my chest. "No, you don't even—" But she cut me off. "I watched you. I saw you that night." Her eyes blazed with a darkness I had failed to see before. The air grew thick with disbelief. I stumbled back, clutching my stomach as vomit threatened to escape. Had I really hidden a part of myself so deep? The whispers of the room echoed my horror. "Shut up!" I barked, the shock of her accusation igniting rage. My heart raced, thrumming out a chaotic beat. All my life, my family's secrets had been mine to bear. Yet here stood my sister, exposing them like a bloody knife. "Your secret is my leverage," she hissed. I felt the walls closing in, constricting around my chest. The courtroom blurred into a haze, faces warped through my fog of dread. "You're lying!" But I faltered, my own guilt gnawing at me. The crowd murmured, eyes shifting between us. The truth was unraveling, slipping through my fingers like sand. Was I a monster hidden behind my own memories? Deep silence fell. It wrapped around me like a shroud, the weight of her words crashing down. Would anyone believe me now? My whole world shifted. What had I done? What truth lingered beneath our family's veneer? All I could do was stand there, engulfed in her shadow, wondering how far this betrayal would lead. My heart raced, thumping like a drum, as I stared at her. "What do you mean, you watched me?" The words felt like poison on my tongue. The room spun. My breath caught in my throat. She smiled, that same twisted grin. "You don't remember the truth, do you? That night, you weren't just innocent. You—" her voice dropped lower, as if the walls had ears. "You pushed her." "Mom." I staggered back, my stomach churning. "No!" I gasped, the world tilting beneath my feet. "That's not true. I would never." "Yes, you did. Everything I've done, every dark moment was to protect you. You don't get to forget your sins." A heavy silence fell. The audience's whispers faded. I felt the weight of judgment, their eyes boring into me, questioning my sanity. "Why?" I spat, fury mixing with fear. "Why would you drag us through this?" Because you need to know, she shouted, her desperation echoing in my chest. You're not the victim. You're the monster wearing your mother's mask. The accusation hung like a noose. I was paralyzed. How could I face this darkness? Then she moved closer, her eyes glimmering with madness. And now I'm your only salvation. My heart raced, dread pooling in my gut. Salvation? Reveal the truth, or I will destroy you both. Gasps rippled through the crowd. I felt cold sweat trickling down my back. Choose, she whispered, her voice slithering in my ears. The truth or your life? The courtroom held its breath, and so did I. My heart raced as her words cut through me like glass. Your life or the truth? She leaned in, eyes searching mine like I was some puzzle to solve. Panic clawed at my throat. I felt every gaze on us, judgment and confusion swirling around like a storm. Then, just as I opened my mouth to scream, I realized something. My head spun. I remembered a name from my childhood, a name I thought was buried, a name my sister used to whisper in the dead of night. Amelia. Wait, you said you were protecting me, but you're not. The revelation churned in my gut. You wanted this chaos. Amelia is alive, she said, a triumphant gleam in her eyes. And she knows everything. I staggered back, the walls closing in. No, you can't be serious. But it's true. Her voice dripped with honey as she stepped closer. She's the puppet master. I was just her pawn. Panic clawed at me. My breath quickened, and suddenly I was suffocating in this nightmare. Amelia, the sister I lost, had pulled the strings all along. You wanted vengeance? Yes, and you were just too blind to see. The courtroom swirled around, the audience gasping, their faces morphing into pure disbelief. Every truth I thought I'd grasped unraveled before me. Would Amelia come for me next? Choose, sister. Join me, or face her wrath. The threat hung heavy in the air. A silence swallowed the room, deep, suffocating. What now? Would I stand alone against my own blood? I felt sick, dread pooling in my chest. My heart ached for my family. But was there any left to fight for? A chill raced down my spine. Amelia is alive, I whispered, each word scraping the raw edges of my throat. My sister's smirk twisted deeper into my nightmares. The courtroom quieted, every heartbeat drumming in my ears. Wait, what if? Nausea surged. What if you're lying? What if she's dead? But my sister took a step closer, eyes glinting with unholy triumph. And what if I say she wants you to join us? She's always watched, waiting. Anger blazed through me. She's twisted you. This is madness. Madness? No, it's survival. The audience buzzed with whispers. I stumbled backward. Betrayal surged. My entire life felt like a lie, unraveling before me. What if I wasn't the hero of my story? What if I was just another pawn in a game? The walls felt like they were closing in, my breaths short and shallow. My world spiraled into chaos, and I clutched my stomach, each gulp a desperate attempt to stave off the rising bile. Choose, she repeated. Help me or die in this mess. The air thickened, buzzing with tension. I stood frozen, sweat chilling my skin, and then it hit me. How did she know? What else did she see? Was I living a nightmare? Or was this reality biting like a sharp knife? Tell me, I begged, my voice trembling. What did you see? Silence swallowed us whole, leaving only the sound of my heart racing. What truth hovered just beyond my reach? It was too much to bear. Could I reveal the darkness I'd hidden so well? Would I finally face the monster that lived within me? The room turned cold. My sister's words struck like lightning. My chest tightened, air escaping my lungs. "What did you say?" I felt a chill sweep over me. Each syllable echoed, twisting memories I desperately tried to forget. "Emilia knows everything. She's been watching, waiting for you to remember." Her tone, cold and sharp, sliced deeper than any accusation before. I staggered back, my heart thumping. "You don't get to toy with my mind." "But it's true. You think you're innocent, but that night, it was you who pushed Mom down the stairs." The courtroom gasped, a collective shockwave crashing over us. I searched the faces around me. Disbelief, horror, pity, sickness bubbled in my gut. "No, I would never." But doubt gnawed at me. "Look inside yourself," she taunted, stepping closer, eyes blazing. "You know it's true." My legs felt weak. Anger bubbled, but fear swallowed it whole. Memories flooded back, fragments too dark to face. The guilt twisted, choking me. What if she was right? Had I suppressed something so horrific? I felt the room closing in, the buzz of whispers amplifying my panic. "Stop." I cried. "Just stop." But she leaned in, her voice a deadly whisper. "I'll show you the truth, or it'll destroy you." The weight of her threat hung heavy, a dark promise, but chilling ultimatum. My breath quickened, dread pooling like stones in my stomach. What had I buried? The air simmered with tension. I was caught between worlds, innocence lost, and a monster lurking within. What do I do now? Silence filled the room, thick as fog. I felt the eyes upon me, their judgment stinging like ice. Would I unravel? Or would she? And something deep within whispered. This was only the beginning. My heart pounded like a relentless drum, drowning out the murmurs around us. "No, you're lying," I choked out, the words heavy with disbelief. But she leaned closer, her breath a whisper. "You think you're the only one hiding. You have no idea what I've done to keep you safe." My stomach twisted. "What do you mean?" Her eyes gleamed with a manic energy. "I took the blame for everything." I froze, confusion clawing at my insides. "What?" "Mom's death. It was me. I pushed her, not you. The ground fell away beneath me. Every shred of my stability shattered. Why? For you. They'd never believe you were capable." I staggered back, raw disbelief rushing through me. My sister had loomed over me, a protector turned monster. "You did this?" "Yes." The audience gasped, murmurs of shock coursing through the air. "You destroyed my life. Better mine than yours. And now it's time you choose." The silence suffocated. I felt the weight of their eyes, judgment, horror. What was I tangled in? My world spun, memories blurring. Could I ever trust her again? "Which side are you on?" she asked, voice sharp like glass. My heart raced, dread pooling. Would I condemn her, or lose myself in the truth? A relentless ache spread through my chest. The uncertainty loomed, dark and heavy, and in that silence, I realized this was not over. My mind raced, confusion swirling like a storm. "You took the blame?" I whispered, my stomach twisting painfully. She stepped closer, a predator relishing the moment. "Because I love you, I did it for you." My chest tightened, heart pounding like thunder. "But why now?" I croaked, choking on the bitterness of her revelation. She smirked. "Because she's coming for us. Emilia found out, you remember? But chill coursed through me. I staggered backward. Amelia? This was all planned? Yes, she can ruin us both. Each word was a dagger. My knees buckled. The truth twisted inside me, sharp and cruel. What do you mean? Your past is her weapon, and I'm her pawn. Silence shattered the room. I could feel the crowd's eyes, their judgment. Time froze. How did I not see it? Is this all a game to you? I pressed, dread pooling. Her laugh echoed, a hollow sound, cutting. You've always been the target. Despair gripped me. No, I gasped, the weight of betrayal crushing. Footsteps echoed in my mind. What had I done? Choose, sister. Fight with me, or she'll destroy everything. The threat lingered. My heart raced, fear clawing at my insides. I was trapped in a nightmare of my own blood. Did I even have a choice? A sickening thought crept in. Could I trust anyone? The courtroom dimmed, silence wrapping around us like a shroud. My heart raced as I realized the choice was mine. Keep my sister's monstrosity hidden, or expose the darkness within me. I met her desperate gaze, and in a surge of courage, spoke. No more secrets. The words rang out, electrifying the air. The jury leaned in, anticipation thick. I will tell the truth, I declared, each syllable grounding me. My sister's face twisted in betrayal, but I wouldn't back down. This ends now. I felt a weight lift as I stepped into the light, ready to face whatever came next. As the gavel fell, I took a deep breath. I'd fight for my freedom, even if it tore us apart. A final gasp echoed in the courtroom. My family's web of lies had unraveled, leaving only the raw, agonizing truth. And with that, I stepped forward into the unknown, unbound, but terrified. You need to subscribe now. This is the moment to show your support. Don't wait any longer to share. Confirm your subscription so you don't miss the next exclusive stories. Press the like button now to help the algorithm. Share your reactions and theories about the ending in the comments. And don't forget to share this video with at least 5 friends who need to see this conclusion. If you liked my story, keep going and watch the next one that's appearing now. I think it will move you too.